What can I say? I was a bad kitty.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cutest DreamWorks couples.
I can't watch you die. I love you.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most heartwarming romantic pairings in films produced by DreamWorks Animation. Which of these couples is the dreamiest? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Tullio and Chell, The Road to El Dorado. This film's pair of swindlers are like night and day.
1, 2, 3!
While Miguel is easygoing, it's actually the nervous and high-strung Tullio who finds love in El Dorado. After being pursued by officials, Chell ends up allying with the two young cons. Eventually, she and Tullio develop feelings for one another. He even tries to convince her to return with him to Spain.
I want you to come to Spain with me and Miguel. Mostly me. Especially me. Only me. Forget Miguel.
In the end, the trio gives up the riches bestowed upon them to save the city from invasion by Hernan Cortés. Although it took him a while, Tullio discovers that human connection is more important than wealth. For her part, Chell gets to leave the city like she wanted. With Tullio a goofball and Chell full of wit, they make an unforgettable couple.
We don't have a map.
We don't have a plan.
That's what makes it interesting.
You're right.
Number 9. Sinbad and Marina. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. If you love something, let it go. That's apparently the lesson Prince Proteus learns in this adventure flick. His wife Marina accompanies our hero Sinbad on a journey to retrieve the Book of Peace, stolen by the goddess Eris. The duo don't get along at first and bicker frequently.
What do you think you're doing here?
I'm here to make sure you get the Book of Peace. Or bring back your dead body if you fail.
But when Sinbad reveals he's estranged from Proteus due to his longtime feelings for Marina, there's a major shift.
I was never jealous of him, though. Until one morning a ship came into harbor. A ship with his future on it. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
With emotions running high, the duo displays an intense connection that makes us root for them. The film's final twist only makes things more swoon-worthy. Having parted ways with Proteus, Marina reveals herself as a stowaway on Sinbad's ship. How's that for a romantic gesture? Number 8. Poppy and Branch, Trolls franchise. The age-old notion that opposites attract turns out to be true in this musical comedy film series.
I'll be in my highly camouflaged, heavily fortified, Bergen-proof survival bunker.
You mean you're not coming to the party tonight?
Poppy is a troll princess who wants to celebrate her people's freedom, but the pessimistic Branch is worried about drawing attention. Although they have very different worldviews, the two end up on a quest to free captured trolls together. In the process, they come to fully understand one another.
Once upon a time there was light in his life, but now there's only love in the dark.
In fact, Branch even falls in love, and it's this development that ends up saving the day. There are countless DreamWorks couples to love, but this one is particularly heartwarming.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
For what?
For showing me how to be happy.
Number 7. Megamind and Roxanne Ritchie, Megamind. The titular character in this film is hilarious, but isn't always the most sympathetic.
Give it up, Megamind. Your plans never work.
Oh. Let's stop wasting time and call your boyfriend in tights, shall we?
Aside from being a supervillain in the classic sense, he treats his love interest poorly, at least at first. He takes her as a hostage to bait his nemesis Metro Man, but later takes a liking to her. The duo then builds a touching connection, and it's incredible to watch. Except there's one catch. Megamind is in disguise as Bernard, a museum employee.
Let's say I was bald and had the complexion of a popular primary color.
But once Megamind proves himself to be a bona fide hero, he's able to patch things up with Roxanne.
You won.
Well, I finally had a reason to win. You.
Even as foes, though, this duo's chemistry was off the charts. Number 6. Ginger and Rocky Road's, Chicken Run. When sparks fly between two movie characters, it isn't surprising for conflict to spring up eventually.
Shh, you hear that? That's the open road calling my name, and I was born to answer that call.
Bye.
Thanks to his cannonball act, Rooster Rocky Roads accidentally ends up on a terrifying chicken farm. However, he lets the chicken hostages believe he can fly and agrees to teach them how.
We're making progress.
Really? I can't help feeling we're going round in circles.
Although he deserts them for fear of being exposed, he returns in the nick of time, and isn't that what matters? By the end of the film, we're happy to see Rocky and Ginger put their minds together to outsmart the Tweedies. Plus, their teasing ways have turned into full-fledged love.
That's for leaving. And this is for coming back.
Number 5. Melman and Gloria, Madagascar franchise. The love affair between these two zoo animals is certainly a slow burn. In the second film, we get a glimpse of Melman's feelings for his friend as their plane crash lands.
Love you, Gloria! I always have!
However, their romantic storyline doesn't really take off until later. The four friends find themselves in mainland Africa, and a hippo named Moto Moto takes a liking to Gloria. Ironically, it's this experience that brings her and Melman together.
Listen, Mototo, you better treat this lady like a queen. Because you, my friend, you found yourself the perfect woman.
While the giraffe plucks up the courage to admit his attraction, Gloria suddenly understands how much she's appreciated. By the third film, they're an official couple, and we're officially jumping for joy.
That part is so easy, Melman, okay? Because all you have to do is put them around your partner.
Number 4. Roderick Roddy St. James and Rita Malone, Flushed Away. These two rats come from vastly different places.
Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude, Mr. Captain Skipper Thingy.
Hey, that's Miss Captain Skipper Thingy to you.
While Londoner Roddy lives a privileged life as a house pet, Rita is a resourceful sewer dweller. With little common ground, you might not expect them to get along. However, after he's flushed down the toilet, Roddy has little choice but to rely on his new acquaintance. His reluctance to be vulnerable almost tanks the burgeoning relationship.
I'm sorry, but if you have everything you need, then I really have to get going. I have a serious infestation to deal with.
But we're thankful that Roddy comes to Rita's rescue in the end, like she did for him earlier. With A-listers Hugh Jackman and Kate Winslet portraying the duo, it isn't surprising that their bond is utterly convincing.
I was wondering if you do build a Jammy Dodger Mark II, you wouldn't happen to need a first mate, would you?
Number 3. Eep Crude and Guy, the Crudes franchise. This flick is set in prehistoric times, focusing on a family trying to get by in a dangerous environment. Eldest daughter, Eep, has an adventurous streak that clashes with her father's survivalist ethos.
You're supposed to wait for my signal, Eep. Eep?
Thankfully, although it risks landing her in trouble, Eep's nature leads her to love. Guy is a fellow cave person who also enjoys creative thinking and new ideas.
Son?
No. Fire.
High fire?
This makes the couple incredibly compatible, but it draws the ire of the crude patriarch.
I found something new.
New's a big problem!
When Guy suggests that he and Eep pursue more independence in the sequel, it throws the duo's future into question. Suffice it to say, we're glad they end up connecting on their own while remaining close to Eep's family.
Wow, I can't believe that actually worked.
I think I love you.
Number 2. Shrek and Fiona, Shrek franchise. This beloved fairy tale movie series centers around an unlikely duo.
Nothing happened. We were just, Look, if you wanted to be alone, all you had to do was ask, okay?
Oh, come on. That's the last thing on my mind.
While Shrek is a swamp-dwelling ogre used to a rough-around-the-edges lifestyle, Fiona is the archetypal damsel in distress. That's what we're led to believe, at least. In fact, Shrek is far from a frightening monster, and Fiona has her own issues with identity, which is to say, she transforms into an ogre at nighttime.
By night one way, by day another. This shall be the norm, until you find true love's first kiss.
Throughout the films, the pair's relationship is tested by meddling in-laws, a fairy godmother, and even Rumpelstiltskin. However, we love them for remaining by each other's side. Now this is the definition of happily ever after.
I don't understand. I'm supposed to be beautiful.
But you are beautiful.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Z and Princess Bala, aunts. Even class differences and evil plots couldn't keep these two apart.
It's you. You came back for me.
Well, yeah, I came back for you. You know, I have strong feelings for you.
Donkey and Dragon, Shrek franchise. This duo just might take the title for cutest offspring.
What? Say that one more time. What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Moses and Zipporah, the Prince of Egypt. Their commitment was clear even before they decided to cross the desert together.
I love you.
Oscar and Angie, Shark Tale. Oscar gives up his big shot status for a humble life with his best friend.
Everything I wanted was right there in front of me, the whole time.
Well, what about being a somebody?
I'm nobody without you.
Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaws, Puss in Boots. These feline assassins had incredible chemistry and dance moves.
Fear me if you dare.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III and Astrid, How to Train Your Dragon franchise. When we meet Chieftain's son Hiccup, he's crushing on his no-nonsense peer Astrid.
Oh, I guess it's you and me, huh?
Nope, just you.
Although Astrid correctly suspects there's something more to Hiccup's dragon taming talents, the two are never enemies. Rather, they're rivals to lovers storyline progresses once Astrid discovers Hiccup's secret pet Toothless.
You have to give me a chance to explain.
I am not listening to anything you have to say.
Then I won't speak. Just let me show you.
With Hiccup having risen to the status of hero, he and Astrid finally share a kiss at the end of the first film. Their engagement is apparent in the sequel, but it's the developments in the third film that truly get to us.
Our world doesn't deserve you. Yet.
While the duo must say goodbye to their dragons, they finally wed, and an epilogue shows them later having 2 kids. We're not crying, you're crying. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.